Hey guys, Josh here. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Hey, I just wanted to spend a minute and talk to you about perceived value because this is a really important concept that not many businesses really understand or are implementing properly. Nowadays it's very much on, the margins are very small. It's very much about volume as opposed to 20 or 30 years ago where there was a bit more fat in the margins and people were able to make money without, being haggled. So perceived value to a customer is really important. Now, what is perceived value? It's basically the customer's perception of the value that they're actually getting in this transaction or this exchange. So if someone goes in, say this is an example from one of my first jobs in an electrical store. If someone came in and was looking for a TV and it cost $1,000, and they're like, oh, can I get a discount, 10% discount? Can I get it for $900? Now, the business could either say yes and cut out that $100, which really, honestly, is cut straight out of the top profit margin, because after all your expenses, the fat on top is the profit margin of the business or the owner, and we want to protect that at all costs as business owners. So what we need to do is work out how can we, instead of giving a discount and having less money exchanged, how can we give them more value than what that difference is. So in that case, what we did is offered a surge protecting power board that was worth $129.95. Now that's more than the $100 discount. It's actually more value if they purchase that. If we actually gave it into that bundle. Now, in reality, that power board only cost us about $20 or $30. It had all the same protections as one of the top leading brand power boards that were sold for $129 or $179, or really reasonably expensive compared to a normal power board. But these ones are very specific, and it really suits this purchase, because if you're buying a new TV and then next week there's a power surge and you've just got your little crap power board there, it's gonna fry your TV, and you're gonna not be very happy because you would have just spent $1,000 blown up in a week. So that's why these power boards are very important. And so what we did is actually gave these power boards, which gave better perceived value to the customer because it was worth more than $100 discount, but it actually saved the business about $80, $70 or $80, and actually made them that additional in that transaction. So that's a win-win. What we need to be looking at is what type of extra perceived value can we give to our customers that they think that it's a win, and for us it's also a win because the value exchange is worth it for both parties. Now, in terms of pricing and that type of stuff, cost pricing, that doesn't really matter because it is about the actual perceived value of the customer and of you. So have a think about, in your business, what type of, if you're a product business or if you're a service business, how can you add something extra that your competitors might not be offering? If you are offering a lot of discounts, how can you, make sure that you've got enough fat in that profit margin to continue to, still offer some type of discount, but instead, how can we kind of upsell them or say, hey, I can't discount, but I can offer you this, which costs us less than the discount that's being requested, but is actually worth more to the customer. So anyway, that's the idea of perceived value. Hopefully you got something out of it. Please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on perceived value. Is that something that you think that you might be able to implement into your business? And any feedback on this video would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to hear if this was of value to you. So please like this video and leave a comment below. Thanks, guys.